black cat jumped over Grandma Teep's corpse. Grandma Teep was a person who knew a bit of magic. She didn't have much contact with her neighbors and rarely spoke to others. Whatever she did, she always seemed secretive. Her magical knowledge came from her ancestors. In 1991, Grandma Teep started getting sick. She was ill for about a month. She had 4 sons. Her husband had been killed by Pol Pot. One evening, when she was close to death, Uncle Ken arrived at her house. There was also a monk there, and the monk was giving her Buddhist blessings, but Grandma Teep refused to receive them. She seemed angry and stared sharply at people. Uncle Ken went downstairs. 2 minutes later, her children began crying. Uncle Ken then knew that Grandma Teep had died. Her eyes would not fully close, and her mouth remained open. There were no cats in her house. Before she died, she kept staring up at the central pillar of the house, as if she saw something there. After looking up and down like that, she passed away. The monks began arranging the funeral ritual. Around 11 p.m., most people went home, leaving only 2 monks, Uncle Ken, Grandma Teep's children, and 2 or 3 other people. Her body was wrapped in a white cloth and placed in the middle of the house. All the windows were shut, yet strange scratches appeared all over the house, and no one knew who made them. Late into the night, Uncle Ken saw a black cat. He chased it up and down the house. One of the monks said, "Watch the cat. It's trying to cross over the corpse." At that moment, the other monk began. Master Cole said, "Keep watching the cat. It is coming to find Grandma Teep's spirit, because she has a ghostly soul. If the cat dares to jump over her, the spirit will immediately return." He warned everyone, and they all kept watching. Uncle Ken went upstairs and sat talking with the others. He still didn't know where the cat had come from. Suddenly, it leapt and sprang straight across the corpse, making the cloth covering the body fly open. He grabbed the cat, beat it, and kicked it away, then called out to the master, "The cat has crossed the corpse!" Master Cole rushed over and began performing a ritual. He took ash and drew markings on the corpse's forehead, then told them to bring a bamboo tube and cut 7 strips of bamboo leaves. He gave 1 to each person to hold and warned them, "The corpse will not rise, but its spirit will wander wildly." After finishing the ritual, the master lit a sacred fire at the head of the body and used palm leaf scriptures, circling them 7 times before throwing or burying the leaves. He told everyone, "Do not sleep while guarding the corpse tonight. If we sleep, evil spirits may enter and possess the body. If we sit around the corpse and keep candles burning, the ghost will not dare to come." Everyone followed his instructions until around 4 a.m. Uncle Ken grew sleepy but tried to stay awake. He went downstairs and sat there. He looked toward a tree. Its leaves were trembling even though there was no wind. He understood that the ghost was beginning to wander. He told the master to look at the leaves. The master looked at Grandma Teep's corpse and said, "The spirit is truly wandering now. We don't even need to wait 7 days. Tomorrow, begin moving the body for offerings." When they lifted the body, it felt soft and warm as if still fresh. They placed it into the coffin and took it for the ritual. The next day began the 7-day funeral ceremony. Uncle Ken helped oversee the arrangements. On the 12th day, Grandma Teep's ghost began to haunt the village. One old lady was sitting under the house pounding palm leaves when she suddenly said, "Teep has come to haunt me." Uncle Ken asked, "How is she haunting you?" The old woman replied, "She reached her hand down from the house above to hear." The villagers began to fear Grandma Teep's ghost. Those who lived near her house closed their doors before 6 in the evening every night. Some villagers placed eggplants in front of their houses because they believed ghosts were afraid of them. Uncle Ken said that after 6 o'clock, the whole village became silent. Everyone was frightened. He secretly asked Grandma Teep's children whether their mother's ghost ever came to haunt them. They said they had never seen anything, but one of the younger children was too afraid to sleep at home. The child went to ask neighbors to let him sleep at their house, but they refused. Because he was Grandma Teep's son, they feared her ghost would come looking for him. So he went to sleep at the pagoda instead. 5 days later, some children came to tell Uncle Ken that Grandma Teep had haunted them, but he didn't believe them because they were kids. Then a nearby neighbor went to see the master and said that Grandma Teep's ghost was haunting their house. The master asked, "How is she haunting you?" The villagers replied that they never saw a figure, but at night they heard sounds inside the house, like someone was doing chores, even though all the lights were off and no one was there. It sounded as if someone was washing dishes or sweeping the floor, and it happened every night. Others heard Grandma Teep's voice, softly crying in the darkness. After about a month, her children no longer dared to live in the house. They locked it and left. Even nearly a month later, the villagers were still afraid. When they walked past the house, they walked quickly and did not dare to look at it. Mangoes and other fruits fell and rotted all over the yard, yet no one dared to pick them. When Uncle Ken heard all this, he decided to be brave and find out the truth. He tied a hammock nearby and stayed there from dusk until almost 2 a.m. Normally, nothing happened, but after 2 o'clock, the air suddenly grew strangely cold. He got up and looked toward Grandma Teep's house. It was dark and silent. He thought, Grandma Teep has come to haunt me, so he pretended to sleep again. Then he heard footsteps, like a person walking toward him, followed by the sound of heavy breathing. Just listening to it made his body shiver with cold. He began to think of the Buddha and the teachings, and slowly the fear faded. By morning, the villagers came and asked what had happened. He told them that nothing had haunted him, though in truth, he was lying. 3 or 4 days later, he returned and slept there again. The same thing happened. The haunting sounds returned. He heard Grandma Teep walking inside the house. Everyone gathered and looked toward her house. They all felt that her ghost was truly moving inside. The owner of the house nearby told Uncle Ken, "You should go first." Uncle Ken saw balls of fire flying out from beneath Grandma Teep's house, 7 of them in total. He believed they were spirits, the souls of the spirits Grandma Teep had cared for while she was alive. Suddenly, a thick black smoke shot from the front of the house and swept inside. After seeing this, he no longer dared to return to Grandma Teep's house. He went to tell the village spiritual teacher, who said it was Grandma Teep's spirit, and that many other ghosts still lingered around the house. The teacher told them to drive the spirits away by striking the ground with 7 iron stakes, but no one dared to go near the place, each one too afraid that Grandma Teep's ghost might come after them. The teacher warned that if nothing was done, the spirit would continue to haunt the neighbors. At night, people heard Grandma Teep screaming. Others heard voices of people talking beneath her house, like a crowd murmuring, but whenever they tried to peek, they saw nothing. Sometimes glowing lights flew out one after another like a chain of fire. Eventually, the children and young men could no longer bear the fear, so one afternoon at 1 o'clock they gathered their courage and went in to drive the iron stakes into the ground at the 7 spots the teacher had shown them. 2 days after they finished, one rainy evening, thunder suddenly struck behind Grandma Teep's house, shattering 2 of her water jars. The teacher said the lightning had scattered the restless spirit, and it would no longer disturb anyone. But that night, villagers heard Grandma Teep sitting and weeping at the foot of the stairs. Everyone in the village heard it. Many people lit incense and prayed, begging her to stop haunting them. By morning, the neighbors had hardly slept at all. They were too frightened. The villagers then invited 4 monks and 3 spiritual teachers to chant sacred verses and perform a protective ritual, circling the house 7 times. They stood before the house, beating drums and calling out to Grandma Teep's spirit. Some neighbors even prepared to move away if the haunting continued. Only after the ritual blessings did the disturbances finally cease, and peace slowly returned.